The government's pandemic pause on federal student loan payments will expire soon, and tens of millions of Americans will have to figure out how they're going to pay for what they owe in 2021. CNBC senior personal finance correspondent Sharon Epperson joins us with the story of a borrower who's come up with a unique solution to his debt dilemma. Hey, Sharon, good morning.
Good morning, Joe. You know, there are more than 40 million Americans that have college debt. Outstanding student loans now total more than $1.5 trillion. And millions are worried about how they'll afford their payments. Well, I caught up with a borrower who's figured out a winning way to wipe out his student loan debt.
The winner of the $1 million,
This fall, Brandon Leak became the first spoken word poet to win America's Got Talent.
Her smile is as wide as the universe. Her eyes, they glimmer like the stars.
And he, like millions of other Americans, got college debt. What was the first thing you thought that you would use the money for?
Yes, I can finally get rid of this student loan debt and they can stop calling me. I would get reached out to all the time about, hey, you know, you owe $30,000+.
Like most borrowers, the 28-year-old husband and father hasn't paid any of those loan bills since the spring,
which has been a huge blessing.
But the government's suspension of federal student loan payments due to the COVID-19 crisis is scheduled to end on December 31st. Leak, who worked as an academic advisor at a local college before his big win, knows friends and former students who don't know how they'll afford these bills in 2021.
There used to be a time in which going to college would assure you a secure position of work in which you would be able to financially be able to pay them off. That's not the case.
President Trump could extend the pause before his term ends, or President-elect Biden may forgive some federal student loan debt when he takes office. But experts say borrowers shouldn't count on that. Instead, they should get ready for 2021.
Find out what type of loans you have and what options you've got when payments become due in January, and start working on a plan now. Don't wait.
Because, unlike Leak, most Americans can't depend on a windfall to wipe out what they owe. Now, if you're a borrower that still needs payment relief, there are a few options. You could switch to another repayment plan, like an income-driven one, that will lower your monthly payments by increasing the time it takes to pay off the full loan balance. Or if you're out of work and you don't qualify for a zero payment on that plan, applying for unemployment deferment on student loans might be a better option. Joe?
So, Sharon, in the CARES Act, isn't there money available that would help your if you are employed, if you're lucky enough, that would help an employer pay off loans for employees?
That's exactly right, Joe. You know, there has been for a while a student loan assistance program, repayment program for employees that employers could use. Now, about 8% of employers currently participate in this type of program, but under the CARES Act, there is an increase in the amount of money that employers can contribute to your student loan debt, up to $5,250. This is a great benefit. It's tax-free to the employee. It's tax-deductible to the employer. The issue is that, like those student loan payments, that benefit is going to expire on December 31st. So just like that pause on student loan payments, getting your employer to pay back some of your student loans for you, that's not going to last past December 31st either, unless there's an extension.
We're in this weird netherworld, Sharon. We don't know what, we're in between things, and we'll see how everything plays out. But there seems to be a pretty...
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.